Post-match interview at a very cold Wadden Park following today's 1-0 win over Ware. Skip, start with you. It's got to be the perfect response after the disappointment of last week's game against Biggleswade Town.
Yeah, the result's great, but it's the performance. I don't think anything will make up for last week really, because it was a big derby game and we just didn't turn up for the first 10 minutes. But fast forward to today, we looked for a reaction. I thought at times we were brilliant, outstanding. We controlled the game, but I thought we earned the right to play football today. I thought we were winning the headers early doors. We were winning the tackles. We were keeping it simple. We were moving it quite quickly, although it was meant to move it quicker at half time. But yeah, it was just a brilliant performance, and it was, because last week it was a bit. It's frustrating, but yeah, look, Ware were in the playoffs today before we came here. And I thought we were the better side all over the park, if I'm honest with you. And if we hadn't won today, it would have been a little bit of an injustice. But we've come over here in the past and played really well and got minimal rewards. I think that's our first victory here it's our first victory here ever. So, no, great from the lads. And yeah, superb. And just a couple of shouts out to the defence, really, that have been under a bit of pressure, really, because of mistakes that they've made, decision making, etc. But I thought all four today and the keeper were just brilliant. Did what they had to do, played out when they could, went long when they had to, won the headers, and I think we've put them down to very minimal chances. They looked dangerous at set pieces, but I thought we controlled the game well. So yeah, well happy with the performance. Brilliant.
Excellent stuff. Dave in his Eskimo outfit.
I ain't got enough on.
Again, another win on our travels, where I've been on a decent run recently and having recently won against Hartford as well. So, yeah, if we could just get that away form at home, we could be in business, couldn't we?
Don't make sense, does it? It just doesn't make sense. But we spoke to him at the start, and we set out what we want to do the first 10 minutes to get through the first 10 minutes. But and we listened today, and we changed it around a little bit at the back, and like Skip just said, all four of them were great. I mean, he's mentioned the keeper who was excellent, but never had to make a save. That's how well the guys in front and the two in front of them marshalled it today. That's how. And let's be fair, we defended well from the front today. We had it right today. That's not saying that we've not had it right in other games, but that made the right decisions early at the back that gave us the opportunity to play, and so that's the difference. But do you know what, I don't know, because let's be fair, this is I spoke to Paul at the start. This surface is 8 years in. It's not as good as the Bedford surface for obvious reasons. Ours is much newer, and we were unbelievable on it today. And then we played at home last week, and I don't think it's because we can't. I don't think our home form is because we're poor. I think we're making so many mistakes at home. I think that's the thing. We've come here today and look how they defended from the first minute. Fisher's won 4, 5, 6 towering headers. Leo alongside him did the same, and when they had to put their foot through it, they put their foot through it, and that's the difference. Last Saturday against Biggleswade Town, in the first minute, we have 3 opportunities to put a foot through it, and we don't. And you give them their opportunities, because Town were only ever looking to stick it in our box in the air. That's where their strength is, and we teed one up for them within a minute. If we defend the first one properly, you then go 5 or 6 minutes, you're set into a game. Today we set it up. We set it up for ourselves. We made sure we defended well early on, and in the end, and from that, we kind of pretty much took charge. And you have to give yourself a platform. Today we gave ourselves one. Last week we didn't.
Excellent stuff. James, we had the opportunity to go in front just before we did go in front from the penalty spot. What did you make of that? Because it looked to me from my angle that the keeper was a fair bit off his line when he made the save. Whether that made a difference anyway, I don't know. But what was your view on it?
Yeah, well, obviously, just on where you're interviewing us is our view, isn't it, from here? And it just looked like a really good save at the time from the angle I was at. Obviously, supporters further down towards the corner flag were adamant that he was quite far, and he's a tall lad anyway. Yeah. So he feels that goal height-wise, to be fair, naturally. So yeah, if he did creep, which I couldn't tell from my angle, honestly, it looked like a good save from there. But yeah, it's a shame we didn't go one, because I think we got a second. We would have been deserving of it as well.
sitting on the fence there. Well done, James. Obviously back in action, weather permitting, on Tuesday. Assuming it is on, will you look to mix it up again, or because it seems like we're getting back to a position where we've got decent numbers again?
Yeah, I think we will do. We spoke at the start, and we haven't dropped points because we've changed the team. We've dropped points because of what we've just spoke about. But I think, because of the squad, because of how we are, we have to tick it over. We have to keep. We want to keep people. We don't have to. We want to keep players happy. They're here for all the right reasons, and it's getting some game time on the pitch. We're in great nick with our bench today, and we've only made the 2 changes, and we had plenty of opportunity to change more. But yeah, look, we will. I think it's the best way for us to run the side, or else. How do we keep them happy? Because it's not £3 note. So yeah, there'll be some changes.
Good stuff. Just finally, Skip. With the weather being like it has today, there was only actually 2 games on, Hitchin, Stockfold, and obviously ourselves. So how important was it that we got the 3 points to get us back on that, get us back on the coattails of the sides above us in the playoff picture?
Yeah, I mean, there's a long way to go, but I was more concerned with the reaction and the performance, to be fair, because Ware are in the top 4 or 5, so are you expecting to come here and win? Probably not, but what you want to make sure is that you perform and you don't get beat, and then the desire and the effort and everything else that I've spoke about and Dave and James have mentioned as well. So the 3 points comes from that. So I wouldn't say I was desperate for the 3 points for that reason, because of the amount of games to go, but I just didn't want to get beat today. But I wanted a reaction from last week, so I've got all that, and the bonus is the win, which at the end of the day could end up being massive. I think that puts us back in the playoff spots, knocks Ware out, but again, long way to go. So it's important that we didn't get beat today. So
excellent stuff. Well, as I say, if the game is on Tuesday, then we look forward to seeing you then. Otherwise, it is next Saturday at home to Northfield, I believe. So we look forward to seeing you then, gents, and enjoy those 3 points this evening.
Cheers, Lee. Thank you.